Hello, Lake Oswego. Welcome back. Just wanted to check in with a couple of updates for this year. Last year, we had talked about relationships, expectations, alignment, and learning opportunities. And it's really nice to know that the things that we focused on last year are the same thing that John Hattie was talking about in that distance learning up close video. We just need to keep teaching well. We need to do the things that we always do, but we just need to shift them towards a digital environment. So take all those things that we talked about in June and keep applying them. But it's really nice to know that we were on the right track. This year, this graphic, it really still shows what we are doing. You have your classroom management platform, so mostly Google Classroom this year, with some Seesaw as well in there. We have synchronous video with Zoom, and we have asynchronous video with Loom, and we have discussion tools and assessment tools and collaboration tools and creation tools, but really focus on that classroom management and then branch out when you need to. So what is new this year? We have a new video conferencing platform. We did purchase Zoom. Many of you have wondered about your pro accounts because you say, I have the free account. But what we need to do is go and log in through your Google Waffle. So go to your Google Waffle and find Zoom in there. And when you log in there, it will send a link to our tech director, and he can approve you for your pro account. So if you run into that, like you're hitting a limitation, upgrade your account, log in through your Google Waffle. We still have Google Meet. Feel free to use it if you're comfortable with it. I still use it here and there for quick chats, but we still have it. And one of the questions that came my way was, how do we, like, if we're supposed to be synchronous this year, how do we do like a full hour-long class, using Zoom? And I think that we need to really lean on that gradual release of responsibility model, where, like if I was in person with my class, I'm not going to spend an hour just talking at them on Zoom. I'm going to do a little introduction with some direct instruction, and then I'm going to allow them to do some collaboration together, and then some independent practice, and then bring them all back for a close. So don't feel like you have to be on Zoom for a full hour doing your whole class. You could be on Zoom and then put them into breakout rooms and check in with them, give them some time to work on their own, check back in at a certain time. So there's lots of options here. Don't just drag them through an hour-long Zoom call. All right, we also have Pear Deck. We did buy pro licenses for that. With us doing more of the synchronous learning, we thought it would be a good idea to have a platform where the students could respond, where you could make interactivity in your Google Slides. There were a couple Wednesday workshops about Pear Deck. Go check out the Logic site. We'll be posting more about how to do some of this stuff, but you can do it during a Zoom call and then have your students be responding to your Pear Deck and your Google Slides right away. Or you can have them do it on their own, assign it as homework, and then put it in your Google Classroom so that they can work on it on their own at their own pace. Loom. So last year, a lot of us were using Screencastify, but that is no longer free for teachers for the pro version. You still have the free version, and that will allow you to record, but there is a 5-minute limit. So if you don't want a time limit on it, you can use Loom. I am using Loom right now to record this video, and there's a lot of really nice features about it. So if you haven't started using Loom to record, give it a shot. So you can put your picture down in the corner, just like this is really good quality. And the nice thing about Loom is that it puts all the videos into the Loom cloud, and so that means that you can share a video directly from Loom, which means it's not on YouTube, which means that there won't be any ads and there won't be any suggestions. It just goes straight from Loom, so that's really nice. So check out Loom, it's worth it. Uh, we did get some pro licenses for secondary for Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle is a quick and easy platform where you can take any YouTube video and you can insert interactivity. You can insert questions, you can record your own voice over the video, you can then assign it directly to your Google Classroom, and you can see who's watched the videos and you get some stats on engagement. So Edpuzzle is pretty cool. Elementary can use a free version of Edpuzzle too and check it out, but right now secondary was asking for it more. Okay, Clever. You probably heard about it so far already. What is Clever? It's a single sign-on solution. What it does is we have lots of different online platforms and services, and what this does is it tries to simplify that and get all of the logins in one place. It doesn't work for everything we have, but it will make some of our sign-ins a lot better. This is really mostly a back-end thing. It does have a convenient little start page if the kids log into Clever, and then there's all the apps that link to Clever so they don't have to sign in, so maybe like IXL and some other stuff. But it doesn't have like every single digital thing that we use on it. We're learning about this. This is evolving. Just know that if it's not on the Clever platform, doesn't mean you can't use it. It's just like, if it's on the Clever platform, then you don't have to sign into something else to get into it. So that's it. You might also see QR code badges for login, and I'm sure media specialists will be telling you more about that as we go as well. But that's what Clever is. Little SIS, you've heard about this as well. This basically, what it can do is it can sync rosters from Synergy with our Google Classroom. So it can create classrooms and get all of our students in it, and it can sync parent guardian emails so we can have them signed up a little bit for some of those updates. It will also allow some back-end management. Before, it was difficult for specialists and admins to check in on students to make sure that they were doing okay because they weren't part of the classroom, and they would have to like sign up to be a teacher in the classroom. Little SIS allows us to hop into a classroom temporarily and see what's going on with a student. So that will be pretty great. Other than that, you're not going to see much change when it comes to Google Classroom when, as far as little SIS is concerned. You can create your own classrooms. It just will be that they won't be syncing with our Synergy roster. So totally fine to create your own classrooms, totally fine to use your own classrooms. We are getting this set up right now. The thing about Clever and Little Sis is that we can't send the information to these systems until the information is in Synergy. So our scheduling was backlogged this year, and so that is kind of being held up. But within the next week, we should be pretty good on this data syncing. So hang in there. Please keep asking questions. We're learning about this together. Seesaw. We did sign a contract with Seesaw, so all K-5 teachers still have access to pro features this year. K-2 classes will be rostered by Clever when that gets up. 3-5 should make their own classes if they want to use it in addition to Google Classroom. All the student journals are still active. All the parent connections are still active. If you want help with Seesaw or setting up your class, have questions about it, let us know. But you can use it in conjunction with Google Classroom because it has great features right in the platform, like taking pictures and annotating over them and recording your audio. So it's a really great tool and a really great way to communicate with parents, because that's one of the things that Google Classroom is missing. So if you loved Seesaw last year and you want to use it, I'd say go for it again, and we can talk about how it works with Google Classroom. All right. Speaking of Google Classroom, yes, so this year, mandatory 3 through 12, and over the summer, there was a group of teachers who made a consistency guide being like, this is how we should be consistent when it comes to Google Classroom. And the biggest thing is making sure that we're posting all assignments to classwork and not to the stream. And we can hide the assignments from the stream. And if we do this, if we put all of the assignments in classwork, then it populates a to-do list across all the classes that the students have. So it'll be a lot easier for the students to figure out what they have to do and when. If you haven't tried the rubric grading in Google Classroom yet, it's pretty great. You just create a rubric, and then as students are turning in assignments, you can just click 1, 2, 3, 4 and give some feedback and go on to the next paper. It's really fantastic. Check out LOSD Logic for some more videos on how to do this. So, as always, if you have questions, questions are what will help us move forward. It's difficult to know what everyone is dealing with. Ask questions of each other. Ask questions of us. Ask about how it's working, and when we figure out an answer, we're going to try to push it out to everybody. Totally fine to email me if you want to email me and ask a question. If something's not working, please put in a ticket to CNS, because they're the ones who will be able to fix things. But if you have a question, please ask so that we can all learn together. Lots more videos and stuff at losdlogic.org, and we will be constantly updating this. I'm hoping to run Wednesday workshops again, just to keep getting new information out there for our staff. I appreciate you. I am very happy that we are back, even though it's a very weird year. We have the tools. We can do this. But keep it simple. Form good relationships with your students. Make clear expectations. Work with other teachers. Stay in alignment. And use tech tools to create some new, authentic learning opportunities for students. That's it. Just teach well. The rest will follow. All right, everyone. Take care.